Thanks everyone for coming out. Hello everybody, and welcome to the first annual Flugel Fest. We're here for the highly anticipated wing eating contest. I'm your host, Kurt Vonderhaar from Cheetah Mobile Device Repairs, right here in Highland. And I've got one little joke for you. This is from 6-year-old Tim Marsh. So he gave me a chicken joke to say here, and it's a G-rated one, so everybody don't worry. But he said, why did the chicken cross the playground? To get to the other slide. So thank you 6-year-old Tim Marsh for that chicken joke. We appreciate you sending that out. So first, let's thank our sponsors for the event tonight. Obviously our contest couldn't be done without the generosity from these sponsors. So the wings for this contest have been generously donated by Cordy Meats. So everybody give a round of applause for Cordy Meats. Thank you to Cordy Meats for donating the wings. And second, the hardware. Where's the hardware at? Next to Mayor Joe Michaelis. The hardware for the contest was donated by Everlasting Etch. Everybody, round of applause for Everlasting Etch. So let's also give a round of applause, I would say, to all of our City of Highland officials, the sponsors, the volunteers, everyone who helped make this happen. I think they deserve a round of applause. And without further ado, we're going to bring out the 10 contestants for the first annual Flugel Fest Wing Eating Contest. So, contestant number 1, everybody knows him, Highland Police Chief, Chris Conrad. And Chief, I've got a question for you as you sit down. Is it illegal to eat wings this fast?
Absolutely not.
And would you like... Right. And would you like to say hello to anybody out there in the crowd?
My cheering section right down here.
All right. Police Chief Chris Conrad. So our second contestant in tonight's contest, Joe DiMaggio from DiMaggio's Pizza. And also Joe's opened up a new business right next door called the Highland Business Incubator. So check that out on Facebook. Joe, we know you know how to sling pizza. What do you know about wings?
Hopefully I can get it done.
All right, give a round of applause for Joe DiMaggio. Our next contestant number 3, Ryan Saltman from Just For You Insurance. So, Ryan, what's your strategy for winning this contest?
Slow and steady.
Slow and steady, all right. Ryan Saltman, everybody. Our next contestant, and our name tags are blowing all over the place. Don't worry about that. Looks like somebody spilled their beer. Let's pick that up. So, our next contestant, Howie Oberländer. So, Howie, tell us, where are you from?
Here in Highland.
Howie's from Highland. So, do you have any experience doing something of this magnitude?
No.
Okay. Everybody say good luck to Howie. Round of applause. Our next contestant, a lot of you know him, Mr. Sean Horstman of Woodcrest Small Engine Repair. He's also the driver of the number 54 Modified out at the Highland Speedway. So Sean, we know you how to race and win, but how do you like your chances today?
I feel pretty underweight.
Underweight at 5'8", 160.
Exactly.
All right, everybody give it up for Sean Horstman. So we got a few more contestants here on the list. The next one up, Matt Smith. Matt Smith, come on up. Matt looks like our tallest contestant. Matt, where are you from?
St. Charles, Missouri.
St. Charles, Missouri. All right, give it up for St. Charles. What kind of work do you do?
Accounting and auditing.
Yeah, okay. And what will you do with the trophy if you win?
I'm going to hang it up in my living room.
The moat front and center. All right, everybody give it up for Matt Smith. Our next contestant up, Mr. Joe Powers. Joe Powers, come to the page. So Joe, Mr. Joe Powers, where are you from?
From Highland.
Joe is from Highland. Have you ever done something like this before?
Never.
Never. All right, everybody give it up for Joe Powers. Our next contestant, I believe contestant number 8. We got 10 tonight. John Hipskin, come on up to the stage. So John is a Highland City Councilman. He's an attorney with Hipskin and Makinich. And I understand you opened a new office in town here recently, so congratulations. Is there anything you can do from a legal standpoint to get yourself out of this predicament?
Plead insanity, I think.
Good luck with that. Have a seat. Give it up for John Hipskin, everybody. 2 more left. Next contestant, Mr. Steven Schmidt. Steve Schmidt. Steve's got the bandana. He's ready to sweat. So Steve, where are you from?
Litchfield.
Steve is from Litchfield, Illinois. Do you like chicken wings?
Yeah, buddy.
All right. Is there anyone out there you wanna say hello to?
Hello, YouTube. Hope you're
All right. Everybody give it up for Steve Schmidt. And our last contestant up, Mr. Jason Grubb. Come to the stage. Jason Grubb. And they say you saved the last for best. Jason, where are you from?
Troy.
Troy, Illinois. Everybody give it up for Troy. Anybody here from Troy? And what's your strategy for winning?
Well, I watched a few YouTube videos and I learned that if I throw a couple wings into Steve's tub, I could probably win this.
All right, well, we're going to go through the rules and see if that's legal. Have a seat. Everybody give it up for Jason Grubb. All right, we're going to go over a few contest details so everybody kind of understands how this competition is going to work. Each competitor is going to start with exactly 15 wings. The contest will last until one competitor has finished all of the wings. Once the contest starts, the competitors will consume their allotted wings and place the eaten chicken wing bone back onto the wing tray. When a competitor finishes their allotted 15 wings, they will raise their hand and the judge will verify that each piece has been sufficiently cleaned. Once the contest is complete, the winner will be awarded immediately. In the event of a tie, there will be a 30-second sudden death round to determine the winner. So we've got a lot of rules. All of the contestants agreed to the rules. There's a few of them here that I think are important to point out. Professional eaters, persons recognized by the AICE, Association of Independent Competitive Eaters, or IFOCE, they're not allowed in this competition. So any of you members of either of those associations, get out of here now. And the rest of the rules, the competitors may be sitting down or standing up in their designated areas. Any contestant leaving their designated area during the contest will be disqualified. Competitors may not make physical contact with any other competitor at any time. Did you hear that, guy? Don't touch your competitors. You'll be disqualified. And hey, this is an important one. Everybody always wonders about this. If a competitor vomits or regurgitates at any time during the competition or during the time that the wings are being checked and or counted, they will be disqualified. The use of utensils is not allowed. The chicken meat must be eaten directly from the bones. Competitors must place each and every chicken wing in the bone back in the basket. We're almost done here, guys. If there's any contingencies or disputes arise, we have to go over all these rules. Before, during, or after the contest, if not explicitly covered in these rules, the executive judge's decision will stand with the same finality as the rule. So I want to introduce our official executive judge and the person that came up with the idea for Flugel Fest, Mr. Bob Worth. So thank you, Bob. This is a great event. So let's get this thing started. What do you say? So, crowd, are you ready? Judges, are you ready? Timers ready? Competitors, are you ready? In 3, 2, 1, go! And they're off. A very vigorous start here by the competitors. Mr. Joe Powers there, man, he's really going to work. Make sure you get some liquid. I heard it's good to, wash those down a little bit. Jason Grubb got a couple of them down. Steve Schmidt, 2 down. John 1. Joe's going to town. He might be on 3rd or 4th. Ryan Saltman, looks like he's on number 3. Joe's cleaning those off like a champ. Come on, Chief Conrad.
Go, Steve-O!
Let's give it up, everybody, for our competitors. Come on. Come on, guys. And this is being officially timed, so we're going to keep track of that. And people can work on beating the record set up here at the first annual Flugel Fest. I'm going to cruise through here and see if I can tell who's in the lead. Ryan's got a lot of, and Howie looks like he's on number 5 or 6. Matt Smith, 5 or 6. Joe going to town there. The judges might take a look at some of that chicken in that bowl. No comment from John Hipskin. Steve Schmidt, I think that bandana's helping out. And Jason Grubb, looks like he likes some grub. So if someone's at 5 or 6, they're maybe, what, about a third of the way through the competition. Remember, when you finish eating the 15 wings, raise your hand. When you finish eating, I know you're going to be in a chicken coma here in a little bit, but raise your hand after you finish them, if you can hear me. So let's see who's the crowd favorite. Let's give it up for Jason. How about Steve? John. Joe. Matt. Sean Horseman. Howie. Ryan Saltman. Joe Gio. It looks like, let's check it, judges. We're waiting for a judge's decision. Guys, keep chowing down. We have a winner! Wow, that was incredible.
First ever champ Flügel Fest.
All right, everybody, that was incredible. Everyone, I'm going to give the mic over for a couple of minutes to Mayor Joe Michaelis, and I'm going to announce the winner and hand out over the trophy for the winner of the first annual Flugel Fest wing eating contest.
First of all, I'd say welcome to the first annual Flugel Fest. Just a brief history how this event started. Last fall, I was at the home of Bob and Sue Worth. If you don't know Bob, I think you know his wife, Sue, a local realtor. And Bob brought this idea, this concept to my attention. Well, I get a lot of suggestions, but this one turned my head because I thought it was a great idea, and here we are. The city of Highland sponsors this year, every year after that. City staff has had many meetings involving this particular event, and due to the beautiful weather, it's a tremendous success. But even better than that, it's because of you, all of you participating in this, that make it a success. On my left here is Mr. Bob Worth, a good friend of mine, and I'm going to give him the microphone to present the winner to Steve Schmidt. 3 minutes, 4 seconds. And I did make a bet with the chief of police that you would. Thank you so much. He owes me.
All right, folks, I'm not sure if anybody can beat that record, but now we've got one to look for next year, right? So my pleasure to present the first annual Flugel Fest trophy wing eating contest to Steve Schmidt. And Steve, congratulations.
Yeah.
So we're gonna talk to the winner of our contest, Steve Schmidt. So Steve, again, where'd you say you're from? Is it Litchfield?
Yes, Litchfield.
Litchfield, Illinois. They know how to eat some wings in Litchfield, Illinois. So how did you do it?
Practice.
What? Practice. Did you practice earlier today?
Yeah, no, to my wife.
So this was not the first 15 wings that you've had today.
No, I had 30 wings at lunch.
Are you serious?
Yeah, dead serious.
Oh my gosh. This man has had 45 wings. Do we have enough wings at Wingfest? We'll have to check. Well, that's amazing. So anyone you would like to maybe dedicate this winning trophy to?
I better dedicate it to my wife,
What's your wife's name?
Sarah.
His wife, Sarah. Everybody give it up for our winner, Steve Schmidt from Litchfield, Illinois. So let's give one more round of applause too for Cordy Meats and Everlasting Etch, along with all of our sponsors here at Flugel Fest. Let's give them a round of applause. So I'm Kurt Vonderhaar from Cheetah Mobile Device Repairs. As many as you know, we are your 5-star rated cell phone and tablet repair store. We're located right here in Highland. And I want to thank you guys for letting me MC the first annual Flugel Fest wing eating competition. So everybody stick around. We're going to have awards for all of the wing competitions coming up at 6 p.m. And then the Bottom Up Blues Band from 7 to 9 p.m. So one more time, everybody give it up for Flugel Fest.